I've always just been a shithead in school.
Okay.
Like I was always like skipping school, and I got kicked out for like drugs and stuff, and had to go to my home school and was in jail and stuff. Like just very dumb shit.
What did you go to jail for the first time, and how old were you?
Aggravated assault on a police
Dude,
officer.
that's so sick.
Aggravated assault on a police officer. But
How old were you when you did that, bro? You got some fucking street cred on you.
I was about to turn 18.
That's so fire.
And,
So it was after your father passed away.
Yeah, and it was all like really close to get like this all was like so compacted, like that it was like you could tell it was all like stemming from like
Of course.
the like oh fuck like what the fuck like I just went like berserk. It felt like.
What did the aggravated assault of a police officer? Was it just they were trying to arrest you and you resisted and like swung and hit somebody, or what happened?
It was bad. It was stupid and really bad. So you know how you can like wrap like cherry bombs and shit with duct tape and throw them into cars and shit, or not throw them at shit.
Sure.
So like, and it makes them like blah bigger and shit like that. We took like a bunch of like, I had bought this BMX bike. This guy was like, "Yo, I got a bunch of fireworks if you want them with this BMX bike." I can't even fucking ride BMX. I wanted to learn. So I get everything and I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm supposed to be at like prom with like my girlfriend at the time. I never showed up. And I went to this party and then I was like, yo, like I got a bunch of fireworks in my bag, in my car. I was like, we should go pick up our homies and like throw fireworks at all of our homies as they like come in the car. So we would like pull out like chains of like red devils or like black cats and like throw them out. And so like at this one point we saw like 3 like cement trucks, and I thought it'd be a cool idea to like throw them into the back of this like cement truck.
Sounds like an
And it would be
incredible
like,
idea.
it'd be, right? Because it'd be like boom or
Yeah.
something like that. Well, like as we're doing that, the homie that's driving, it's a bunch of us packed in the car into his car because we grabbed him out of my car, hop into his, or it's like a Suburban, whatever. I'm like, I should throw him in there, right? And they're like, right. And so I'm trying to light it, but I'm outside of the car trying to light it. And, like, it's not lighting. And so, because the wind's blowing, like, with the lighter.
Right.
Yeah.
Classic.
So then I, like, kneel down, like, between my legs, and I'm trying to light it still. And I'm like, and, like, it won't go. And then one of them just catches it. And so, like, the thing goes, and then the flares from that light the bag. Like the other little fuses. So then like I pull it out and I roll the window down and I look over and it's a cop and I'm like, it's you or me? And I was like, it's the cop every time. So I just I throw the whole thing.
God, dude.
And the fucking unit is just like burning up. Like the cop calls like we're also one stoplight behind the away from the jail. Like I did because they just built this jail. I didn't know this is a new jail.
Wait, so just to clarify, you threw a bag of cherry bombs into a cop car?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was like partially accident, but then I also was just it's a cop.
Were you drunk or like on drugs or?
Always.
Yeah, always.
And so I was just like, it's me or you, like, and the shit's popping in my hands. And he like rolled he rolled his window down to give us a fair warning, like, hey, like, get the fuck back in the car, because he saw me hanging out the car window when I was trying to light it, because I was sitting on the thing on the window trying to like make sure I got a good throw, and I was like, this is stupid, like light it smarter. And then like that's when I lit it dumber.
How are you still not in prison?
So I had a really good lawyer, and like a lot of money later we got it like just not dropped, but not, what do you call it when you get it like changed? I got it switched to criminal mischief.
I forget the legal word, but yes, you got it bumped down.
Yeah, bumped down.
But so
not dropped. Just dropped is like completely.
Just to further clarify one more time.
Yeah.
You threw cherry bombs into a cop car and they exploded inside the cop car.
He had like all these burns all over him.
And you didn't go, and so you went to
I was in jail. I was in jail.
For how long?
I don't even remember how long I was in jail. I would have to call my mom. Hey, mom.
It's like
I was in jail for a long time, for a while, and then they got me out, and then they put me. We paid a lot of money, and then they finally like put me on. I went to like this like, I guess I went to trial for it or whatever, and then they gave me criminal mischief, which is I think is only Class B misdemeanor, and then
I got to imagine your lawyer was probably smart, and I'm sure in court he was like, "Hey, this kid's grieving. His father just passed
they
away."
definitely played that card. Like, so they brought up the whole, they did the whole shit and just made me look like a troubled kid, whatever.
Right.
But like, so I got lucky there. But they did that, and then I had to like pay all these fines, and then I had to do like I was supposed to do community service, and I had like 2 years, or it was supposed to be like 5 years. It was 2 or 5 years. Probation, but like real probation. And then when I got there, they told me that I had deferred adjudicated, and then they told me when I went for my first day of probation that I had unsupervised probation for 2 years. And I don't know who did something in between the time that I got
what does it even mean, unsupervised?
So like basically like if you can't get in trouble in those 2 years, but next week
I see. But like you're not reporting to
you're not
somebody
reporting and you don't have to
but
the next
week
that Friday I went in on Monday, and that
Such a
Friday
piece of
I was
shit.
in jail again.
I hate you, dude. What happened? You just avoided what should have been attempted murder of a police officer,
So
and you were in jail the next week.
There's this thing, there's a haunted house, like, but they like got rid of the house, so it's just a foundation, but it had a basement, and we went down there, and it's actually haunted. I can confirm from that night. And no, it is. I swear to God, we heard someone scream, and then we heard like music, like in the basement. There's no power down there. But basically, someone had come in before we got there, and had like vandalized the place. And somebody like screamed and made a loud noise, and then like me and all my friends, we all went to jail, and they all got bailed out. And my mom was like, "You just got put on probation. Like, I'm not coming to bail you out." So I just had to do time served for that one. But it wasn't even that big a deal because it was just trespassing. But I should have got like in big trouble because of my probation. But the only thing that makes me think that I didn't get in that big of trouble was because I got put on papers that Monday. And then that Friday, so I don't know if something didn't
fully click into the system.
It's something, but like I was like, I'm going to jail. Like I'm going to, yeah.
Because you were also over 18 at that point. Because the cherry bomb thing, you're still like technically 17.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
You must have been. Also, jail. What was your favorite part?
The water. Have you ever accidentally drank water you should boil?
From the toilet bowl?
No, I mean it's from the faucet or from the thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like when,
Yeah, that was the worst. That's the worst shit.
So you were just permanently dehydrated.
Just sick. I got sick from the water because I didn't know you were supposed to boil it.
What was your least favorite part of jail?
The water. The water.
Did you like make any friends that you still like know and keep in touch with?
No. What the fuck? No.
Were there any good like professors, teachers?
No, there was.
What was the dorm life like?
No, there was like a few things where there was like a few people that knew like my grandpa.
Huh.
Yeah. They like recognized me because of that. Me, my dad, and my grandpa all look a lot.
And
I look like a spitting image. My brother looks like a spitting image of my dad.
And
I don't look too far off from my brother.
You and your brother are twins.
Yeah. No,
So-
we're not twins.
You're not.
We
right.
look a
I
lot
should
alike,
clarify.
but
It's a younger brother by a year, but
15 months,
you
but we look
so similar.
so fucking
Almost
alike.
Irish twins.
Yeah. That's
Almost.
I literally told him that I was like, you realize we're Irish twins?
He's like, no, dude, we're Mexican. But so
we're Mexican.
Your grandfather was in jail as well.
I don't know what I heard a lot of stories about my dad. I heard a lot of stories about my grandpa, but my grandpa once we were born, I guess my dad said that he had already cleaned up his act. I don't know what the fuck he did. I don't really think that he did anything too crazy. I can't see my grandpa do anything too crazy. But when my dad died,
is your grandpa still alive?
Nah, he died when I was like little.
Oh, okay.
And or not little, but like younger. And then when my dad died, like that's when I like met a lot of people that was like, yo, like, do you know who your dad was? What your dad did? And I was like, I didn't know that.
Because
and
we don't have to get into any specific stories. But your dad was like with the shits, like.
My dad was like crazy, but he was also just like really funny.
It sounds like someone I know.
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds like you and him
my
are
dad,
pretty damn
my
similar.
dad is very like I'm either having a fucking hilarious time or like I'm gonna gut someone. Like that was my dad.